All right, all right. So, welcome for another session of BTM Insights. If you don't know by now, but the idea of BTM Insight is having a conversation with some of the top dancers in the community and having them sharing their experience with us. But we make a slight twist to this because they're going to be sharing two videos with us. The first one is a video where they feel like they could have done better, and the second one it's another video where they're pretty good, they're pretty happy with what they've done, but we can still learn from it as well. And as you can see today we have Mr. Franky G with us. And first of all, thank you, Franky G, for being here. Appreciate it, bro. So
Um,
yeah, thanks Frankie for being here with us. So what we're gonna do is we just I'm gonna you're gonna get to know Frankie D even more through our conversation. But without further ado, we're just gonna start with the first video. We're gonna converse about it, and then we're gonna keep the conversation going. All right, so let's go for it. Okay, so let's watch the first video and see what we can learn from it. Let's go, Frankie.
Frankie D, 30 seconds!
when I heard that beat and I saw his round, I thought I have him for sure. This is my beat.
Give me your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Which is
All right.
so interesting
baby, baby,
afterward.
baby, baby, baby.
So interesting.
All right. So yeah, I'm already curious, to try to understand, more what happened, in that moment, and also why do you feel like you could have done better in that round?
Mm. Like I said, because when I heard that beat, I know that beat, and I was so excited to get that beat. And it was my first time at SCK. Also, my goal was to like set the bar really high for myself because my first time.
Hmm.
And SCK is one of the battles which really inspired me back in the days, watching this all these videos from Salas, from Nyako, from UK, and so when I was there and I heard that beat and I saw his round, which was a solid round, but my head thought, okay, with that beat, I still have it. I was like, to be honest, even too overconfident.
Mm.
And for me, that this lesson which I got from this battle was simple that don't be so excited about beats you know.
Bro, I can relate to this.
That was the lesson which I learned really quick from this battle. Also, be happy when you don't know a beat during a battle because then you are able to really be focused on the moment and you don't imagine things you already know. And that's the thing when
Mm.
you know a beat. You imagine a lot of things. And this round, I start two sets, which I normally do much clearer, more, and also two small, simple moves, which I adjust into my freestyle for the perfect moment. But during this round, I saw this was just something I like there you can really do this because there was a moment where I didn't even link to the music. I just wanted to bring one move after the other, and that's the funny thing about it. With actually, when you have a beat you like, you should be more free than be more stick into forcing all your movement. And I could see, yeah, when you hear a beat and you like the beat, like I said, just try to be focused still on your freestyle and not just on, okay, now you're hype, it's your beat, it's your moment. No, it's still freestyle, it's still a moment you can still express yourself in a new way, even though you hear the song 5,000 times. You can still
Yeah,
adjust yourself new. And that's the thing about freestyle.
yeah. Look,
So, yeah.
um, there is one thing that that when I'm watching this and based on what you are also telling me, I noticed that when you first came out, in the game, for me, like, you were one of the guys who's like very, very efficient with his rounds. So coming with like very strong power move and going forward, almost like hey, you came on a mission. And every round, every battle was like that. and 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 then that was the approach that was working for you, when you first came out. And then for quite some time I didn't see you anymore. I think it was a few years. Then I didn't see you anymore. And then when you came back to battles, it seems like there was a shift where you were still using power moves, but in a different way. So it's almost like you did not depend on them as much to express yourself, in battles and in your dance.
Ex-
Can you give me a bit more details about that switch and how it happened? So you managed to still have a strong, identity in terms of your movement, but there was more like softness to it. So yeah, can you give me more details about it?
I never really like thought about it, and I really, to be honest, I never felt like, okay, now I have to change this part of myself. I always
Hmm.
loved, till today, I like expressing myself with a strong movement because I really appreciate breaking, and breaking is one big part of our whole culture. And what I like in breaking is you have to be good. You need that skill to do it. You cannot just do
Hmm.
a head spin without knowing the technique. So what I really liked about doing power moves is because I know it's skillful. I know that I really took time to learn all these things, and it's something I can do, but some other people can't do.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I still love doing it, but I think the other side, I still love the organic way of groove and rhythm, you know, and also I that that essence of just being with the drums and being with your own feeling, because I grew up like you with a lot of music. It's in our culture, but this is something when I didn't realize when I start battling and dancing hip hop, because I thought
Hmm.
it might be a different thing. But I think growing into the culture and growing into dance and listen to different type of music, I realized that somehow you need to find a link towards the whole thing, that you are dancing but still finding a way to express different movement, because I
Yeah.
always say moving is not dancing. Dancing is when you connect the groove organically to your whole body, to your center, and you just move to the beat. That's dancing. Finding different movements like power moves. I mean, you have a lot of people who do acrobatic, but they're not dancers, but they can do the same thing.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
feel like you need to one day I realized I cannot tell you a specific day or a specific thought, but I think I just realized that you still want to enjoy yourself grooving first. It's dance. It's still something you want to just do naturally without thinking about. And I think still today, that's my biggest approach. Even now, that's my biggest approach, to just be as natural as possible, because we're doing it, like you said, for so many years, and still we feel like, okay, now it's the time to enjoy. Next year later, now it's the time to enjoy. It's always process, there's always a process and everything. And I felt like I never had that specific moment. I just felt like for after some years compared to this, that I feel more naturally. Like you said, that it's not like I don't depend on the moves. I'm still doing it,
Hmm.
but it still feel for me natural, and that's the most important thing for me. It has to feel natural. If a power move come, it just come, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. It does make sense. And to piggyback on what you said previously about, feeling overconfident sometime, and in that round in particularly, um, this is something that I've experienced myself as well. some days where I
Mm,
feel like, okay, I got it, and today, I'm gonna kill it, and then in the
mm,
end, nothing happened. Nothing special. And it's when so my question is, when that happened, I don't know, did you win that battle?
that's not.
That Okay, okay. So, all right. So when this happened, basically, how did you manage to fix this? Trying to kind of I'm just trying to understand, how do you regulate, being like, okay, oh,
Mm,
I'm being overconfident, but actually my movement, my execution is not doing the right thing right now. So how do you actually
mm,
manage to regulate and get back to, a normal um,
yeah.
state?
For me, it's so funny because this battle was the proof for what I just said before. Because he wasn't that skilled when it comes to movement, but he was totally dancing and it was in his groove. And when I watched it, that's what I said before we started. When I watched it, I realized it's really fast why I lost, because I always put trust in the people who judge me, And Nyako was judging, and I have so much respect for Nyako, not just for his dance, just for the person he is. And I can see he's a really honest person. So when he judged, and that's the thing, when people dance and get judged by people, they need to put that responsibility to them. And when he voted against me, I realized, okay, that already humbled me. You know,
Mm,
this
mm-hmm,
already humbled me. When you have someone you really respect, not just for the dance, but him being a part of that culture. Like I just told you, I watched SDK where he was dancing, and suddenly I'm dancing where he's judging. And for me, there was already a big goal. I was so blessed to be there. And of course, I just, like you said, I still come for a mission to win and to express myself as real as possible. But after that decision, I was humbled so fast because it was him judging. And then I looked at the video and I felt, yeah, I was confident, but let's keep it real. How did you felt in the moment? When you were dancing, not when you were watching your opponent and you felt the music and think you had him. How did you felt while you were dancing? And I understand, yeah, the confidence went so fast in 1 second went away because I wasn't linked to the music.
mm. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know?
That makes
And
sense.
that's the thing. That's how the confidence grow, or you lose the confidence. When you understand the music and you feel like you're in the moment, that's how the confidence comes from alone. But when you're
Yeah,
not in
yeah,
the
yeah,
moment and you go through the music and you try to catch, you see how everything locked in.
yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
Me being
Yeah.
honest to myself, I realized that's really fast.
Mm. I
I
like what
watched
you're
that bad out.
I like what you're saying, because it's almost like, while you are saying it, it's feel like sometimes we try to create a confidence that is not there, like, yeah, that's how I feel it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe because I'm stressed and I'm trying to build a confidence in my head that is not necessarily there in the moment. But when we are
Yeah.
truly confident, it just happened naturally, and this it just grow in us, with the music, and everything is just connected. So yeah, yeah, I can definitely relate to what you're saying. So let's go for the next one, bro. Let's watch the other one. It's actually a battle with Icy. That
I
was
see.
in
Yeah.
Summer Dance, yeah, back in 2015. All right, so let's go for it. We're gonna watch the second round of Frankie G.
It's funny. I never watch my battles.
All right.
That was beautiful, man.
Yo, I keep watching because like even the reaction at the end of the whole crowd, and I could imagine the energy in the moment. So I haven't watched the entire battle. Just by watching your rounds, I could tell that IC did a good round, and that's push you to go like, okay, me too. So how was it for you, bro?
No, man, you said everything. No, you just said everything. For me, it was a big honor to battle IC, of course. Like I said, it's really important to know the culture because if you know the culture, you know the reason why you're doing it, you know? And when I battled him, I was so, of course, I was hyped, like always, that, and my confidence was there as always that I want to win for sure. You don't go to a battle with having the intention to lose. But at the other side, I was also very nervous and so humbled to just battle him. Why we already battled many times, and this one for the first time was a one versus one. So that's why it was
Mm,
so special at that moment. And yeah, exactly. You have to watch the whole battle because at the first round, he came like always, he killed it. But after my first round, I thought like, okay, that confidence is again, my brain is again working, and I felt like, my first round, I think I have it.
okay,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah, yeah.
first round. That's how I felt. I felt at that moment, I got
Mm-hmm,
it. That first round was good. Let's go for the next one. Ale, 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 ale.
mm-hmm.
And then he killed it. His second round. Whoa. Yo, that was not just a round, a crazy IC round. I think with that round, he would have smoked everybody. Everybody. And, and that's crazy. And that's what I recognized in the first. That was my first feeling during his round. I was like, oh, shit. The confidence
Mm.
again went like
Ye-
up,
you-
down. But then I went
Wow.
back to but then really I went back to that feeling, man, be grateful that you're dancing versus a guy like him, man. Be
Mhm, mhm,
grateful,
mhm.
man. Don't be like now aggressive. Don't put your wrong ego at the side to stop acting. Nah, man. Be grateful. I remember having that also in my mind. Be grateful. Because then when I enter, I was like, okay, okay. And then I went free.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
that's
mhm.
all what I have to do to my round. I try to be as free as possible. And I also say that's a nice round because he pushed me to
Mm.
express myself that way, you know? So, and that's where I realized what it means when people say battle is just an exchange. You
Mm,
know,
mm, mm,
because
mm,
for
mm,
me, I
mm.
felt like a winner even though I didn't win because I expressed myself in a free way. And you see the crowd after you see the people. I see myself hugging IC, and we just been happy because we exchange, and I feel like also I give him something, and he
Mhm,
gave me
mhm.
something. End of the day, we learn from this experience.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It does make sense. Yeah, for sure. So, like there are certain experience like this, when you dance against someone not only who's really good at what he's doing, but also
Mhm.
having a battle where you can feel like you know each person contributed to the performance, right? And at the end,
Yeah,
even if you didn't win, I can understand why you say like, okay, I feel I still manage to win in some way. you know. So
Mhm.
when that happened, like for example, after the battle, did
Sorry
you
for I didn't felt like I won the battle. I felt like a
no, no,
winner because okay, okay,
yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To make it clear, he didn't feel. Sorry, you didn't feel like you win the battle, but you felt like you win as a person. You know, as a person and
yeah.
as an artist. Yeah, exactly. So I can relate to this, and my question to this is you can you tell me if that's happened to you. Sometimes I feel like there are certain battle when I finish doing them, it's almost like tomorrow when I go back to training, I feel like my level went up just like that.
Ooh,
Just because of experience, just because of the experience I had, from this. So after some a battle like this, does it happen to you where you feel like it's almost like your level went up? You see what I mean? Like
mm,
just because of the
mm,
experience. Does this happen
mhm.
to you?
Of course, of course. And at this moment, I remember, yeah, I went just back into just practicing there. And then I felt like this moment unlocked, or not, I wouldn't say unlocked a new level. Yeah, it unlocked a new level which I wasn't conscious about. Because in that moment, I was free. I didn't like, even though I had some skilled movements which I did before, but still it was a moment I just unlocked I put my consciousness at the side and try to just feel and go naturally and give everything I have. Like I said, I see already killed me, so let me give everything I have. So, but that's the moment, like you said, you unlock another level because you go out of your consciousness and you just try to be one with the music and trust your the real confidence.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
that's what I noticed after. I was like, whew, yeah, man, versus IC on this level. I never had this experience. I want more of it. Let's go. And
Right.
of course, not everything change, but you can reach a certain level and you want to stick to that level. And that's how I felt. I think after that year, 2015, the next year, 2016, I was a different person. And I
Mm.
would say really just because of this event and just because of this battle. Sometimes you just maybe need one simple moment which can change your whole life in one year. And I
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
was
Sounds good, man. Look, to be honest with you as well, Frankie, I got to know you actually when I invited you for the first year of BTM experience, right? So before that, we just, see each other in the game, in battles, but, we say hi and things like that. And
Mhm.
when I started to talk to you and, interact a bit more with you, then I realized, there is Frankie G in battles and Frankie G as a
Mhm.
person, when I'm chatting with you and things like that. So can you describe this a bit more to me? Because I see when we started talking and getting to know you, I see someone very down to earth, really, chilled and really down to earth. And then when I would see you in battle, it's more like, exactly, you come here on a mission. So can you give me, so can you describe, those two characters? Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
interesting to see to talk about it as well.
nice question, bro. Really beautiful question and deep question. Because when I started dancing for the first time, I felt like after playing football, because as a teenager and as a kid, I used to play soccer, football, and when I got to start dancing, really, bro, I wasn't so confident with a lot of things. I wasn't so confident. I wasn't so confident with girls. In some age, you stop being confident with girls, for example. I wasn't that confident about I wasn't confident about being smart. I was smart, like I know I have something in my head, but I wasn't a nerd, for example, at school. But dance was something which gave me that ultimate confidence, like, oh, you have something you're good in. Now you can show the world something. You know,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
now you have a reason for the world and for people who think you don't do something well, you know? And that's why when I come on battle, always I have this attitude that crazy. I always felt it's not just for me. I have to prove to the people, you know? And which not always is a good thing because normally we dance for being free, but exactly that freedom of me putting myself as a normal shy guy who's not that confident about a lot of things, you know. But when I step to that dance floor and want to dance and battle someone, I felt like, oh, no, man, this is a power. It belongs to me. No one can take it away from me, and the people have to know, you know. And this is
Mm.
something. This is why I am who I am when I battle. It's not because you know, it's that's why I always say battle is not just a battle towards his opponents, also a battle for himself. And I now as a grown up, as with 15 years experience, I can say that this journey was needed to find my own freedom and my own peace also, you know? Because now I feel like I'm going less in this vibration when I battle. I try to just
Mhm.
smile. I don't look at my opponent anymore. I just step in. If he don't enter, I enter, you know? And I always try to exactly have my own battle with being confident but still being natural and now not being able no, not having that focus of proving something to the people. Now it's time to prove for myself I can do it. Be humble, be that guy you are in private person, be it also now in your dance, when you battle. Show the people that you can kill while smiling. Or actually not even killing, just enjoy the dance, man. Enjoy what gives you that confidence for that person you are today without being in that competitive mode, you know?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It makes sense, bro. It makes sense because reason why I'm asking this, I know that when you are in a battle, there is also a part of us we are playing a game. It's playing a game. So I can understand it, but it's always good to hear someone articulate why they play a certain character and why not, you know so but
Mm.
yeah, like you said, it's also good to see the shift of someone who's still killing it but is more chill and laid back whenever he wants to as well. So yeah, for me that's another level of maturity as well. So that's good to be able to see that in you, Desmond. Hey Frankie,
So,
before we go, because I just want to ask you, is there is no, actually, before that, I just remember a question that I wanted to ask you, because for me, uh, in a few weeks, I think I'm gonna have Majid, on the show as well, because I contacted him already. And for me, in the dance game, you and Majid is one of the most complete duo, that I've seen, because you are literally the opposite in terms of your way of moving. And I would like to just to know, what do you get the most out of magic dance?
uh, the real consciousness, which gives you the real confidence. He don't act. Who he is, man. And
Hmm,
that's something you learn from him.
sounds good. Yeah,
So
perfect.
conscious that he, he's so conscious about the things. Even consciousness doesn't mean I'm the king, but he know what he knows, and he's so confident with that. He's easy with that.
Hmm,
He doesn't have to act. He's conscious about what he know and what he can do, and just that's what he put on the floor all the time. And also when you talk to him, you just say what he has to say. He doesn't say too much. He doesn't say less. He say what he has to say. That's my G. That's
hmm.
why I really, really respect him.
Yeah, That's very interesting. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be asking him the same question because for me, once again, like the combination of two of you is very unique in my opinion. Just because you are completing each other in so many levels in the way you dance, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why I wanted to ask this. So before we leave, is there anything that you wish that I would have asked you, or maybe something that you wanna tell us, before we finish that conversation?
I was open to hear every question, bro. I wasn't expecting everything. I was just happy that it's you because normally I don't do that so much because I feel like um, the source has to be clear where you're expressing your information, and you have a platform, and I see it. That's why I told you at the beginning of our conversation. I see you have a lot of passion with what you're doing. Man. It's not just the consciousness; it's the truth, man. You really speak the truth. Also in your dance, I never told you, but Aldo. Aldo is one of my teachers, one of big influence in my life, and he always had an eye on you. He always liked the way you dance. Yeah, Aldo always liked the way you dance. From all of you that he really liked you the most. And now I understand why. Because like I said, your platform and the way you are as a person, so humble, so real, so genuine, and you have something to say. Also, I see that confidence, that straight vision, and for me, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here to express who I am, and we can together create something for the next generation and for the people who really love this culture. So it's an honor, bro. Really. Thank you.
For sure, bro. Same here. And once again, thanks for your time and for making it happen. And we're gonna find another way in some other time to reconnect again.